Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Zoe, but most people know me as ZA Reptiles. As you can tell, we are filming somewhere different today. We are in our garage because we have some stuff to put together. So I have an enclosure and I believe a stand to put together from Toxirium. I am so excited because so far I've only had a little enclosure of theirs. So this one's going to be much bigger. The other one is for use with my education business, where this will be for the reptile room. Now I'm putting it together out here because, well, the tools are out here, but also I don't quite know where I'm putting it yet between the two reptile rooms and the basement. I'll set it up out here, kind of see how big it is, and then we'll go from there. So I'm gonna open it up, put it together. I've got my handy dandy Pitsky to help me. Okay, so we're gonna see if we can make this work. I'm going to move the boxes over so you can actually see them. It's not like the lighting in here is fantastic, so we're gonna see what we can do. Oh, okay. We're going to attempt to slide it out. Okay. So my guess is the other box is probably the stand, because this looks like it's the enclosure. Now they did say the instructions for assembly were online on YouTube, I think they said. So I'm gonna have to look those up because I don't want to do this wrong. Okay. So this looks like, oh my gosh, everything's like padded. There's nothing worse than getting an enclosure in the mail and finding out it was damaged in shipping. So packaging is very, very important when it comes to shipping enclosures. And just look at this. Like there was like styrofoam in between these pieces to keep it safe and secure. So here's our lid. Let me have it. Thank you. Puppy does not need styrofoam. Get your ball, it has treats in it. There you go. So anyway, we pull off all the styrofoam. It's got all these tools and pieces inside. Well protected, didn't move at all. What's in box number one? There's one of those cord thingies, so you can put your cords through into the enclosure. So I got one of those. This looks like all of our nails and building supplies. I'm assuming these are our corner pieces. And this must be our bottom, and it feels like, I'm not sure what that is. It's just cardboard? That might just be cardboard underneath to help keep the bottom protected, which is really nice. And more styrofoam, look at that. Ready? Ready? Go get it. Okay, let's just separate everything. The rest of our pieces in between the cardboard thing with more styrofoam. I love how well it's packaged. It makes my heart happy. Our doors here. Looks like some side panels maybe because it's got ventilation. And our back panel. Oh! And it actually comes with an assembly guide. So I don't even need the video. And the baggies are even labeled so you can see what parts are in each bag. So there's like no questioning it, which is super awesome. So I've got this little cube and screw, and it looks like the screw goes through the little cube and into the bottom of the enclosure where it's going to screw in. This looks like the purpose might be for helping it stack on things, or at least just give it a little lip. Okay, so I found a different video that actually kind of sort of showed this. So it looks like this little corner pole should screw in, and there are rivets in there. Look at us go. Okay, so let's try this now. See if it screws. Aha, look at that. We got it. Makes a lot more sense. You just gotta watch the right instruction videos. Then you've got it. Listen, when I do this, I'm just thinking of all the mistakes everyone else could make, and then I make them, so that when you go to do this, you know what not to do. We have most of a box. I'm gonna take the film off. They already have holes screwed for the door handles, which I love. we're putting these little white things into the corners. I'm not sure how far to go down with these. I'm sure I could check the video, but that involves checking the video. Oh, well, if I read the instructions, you screw them lightly for alignment purposes and remove later. I will say I like that these already have the support bars installed. I don't have to do it, which is awesome. Makes putting the whole thing together go much quicker. So I was gonna say my one complaint was how hard it was to get the lid on with the doors falling over. I didn't realize that adding the door handles was actually earlier in the instructions, because I just started skimming the instructions and jumping ahead because it was coming together so easily. So you put the door handles on before you put the actual lid on. You can hold the door handle while the lid goes on, that way your door is not falling over. Okay, so I messed up again. Read the instructions, y'all. So this piece with the little hole should have been on the inside, because then this key would go in and sit in the track and keep the other piece from moving. I put the two backwards because I didn't read the instructions, because, well, I'm lame and I always have to mess up something when I do these. So if you want to be able to use the lock, I never use my locks, but if you want to be able to use the lock, make sure your piece with the hole goes on the inside. And with that, we are done. It's beautiful, it looks great. I've got to hop on a phone call and then we're gonna build the stand for it. Okay, I'm back. I've got an energy drink in my system. Let's move on to box number 2. Oh! This looks like a second enclosure. So maybe this other box they sent is the stand. I did get another box and I didn't know what was in it. Maybe this is the stand they were talking about. Well, we're gonna set that aside for just a hot second. All right, so let's open this up and see if this is the stand they were talking about. Oh, t-shirt. I feel like this is where we need to pull out the YouTube video. So I just figured out why there is 2 enclosures and why I couldn't find the video for the size enclosure I have, and that made sense. It all makes sense now. So their enclosures, like this one here, are dual purpose. So it can be an enclosure or it can be a stand, which explains, like a cabinet, which explains why it came with these doors. Because I thought these were the sides originally, and then I realized the sides have the slots for ventilation. So then I was like, what are these for? I'm like, it must be for the cabinet, but I don't know where the cabinet is. And then I opened a second enclosure. So it's dual purpose. You can have 2 enclosures or an enclosure and a cabinet. So we're gonna make the second one. I'm still really confused about all these pieces though. I don't know if that's for stacking, so I wanna like make it an enclosure and stack it. I'm really confused. Okay, I should have opened all the boxes up at once, because now I'm realizing this enclosure is actually bigger in size. So this one is supposed to be the enclosure, and that is supposed to be the cabinet. We're making progress, y'all. We're doing it. We're figuring it out. But I know that because this one has the substrate guard. Cabinets don't have a substrate guard. So this one actually does look like the picture on the instructions, where that one is like a low level, not high substrate type of enclosure. Good news is, I know how to quickly put that one together now. So we shouldn't take too long. We should be right back in business. I should time this one. All right, it is 5:13. Let's see how quickly I can build this thing. It's pretty easy to build, especially now that I know what I'm doing. So I want to show you guys just how quickly and easily these come together. all done. My camera died, so I just left it because, like I said, we were being timed. So you've already seen me build one. So I left it, but it's all done. Total time, 15 minutes. That's with the distractions of my camera dying and a couple of times that I kind of sort of messed up a little bit. So 15 minutes, done. It doesn't get much better than that, honestly. I hate things that take forever, so the fact that this came together in 15 minutes and it looks that good, I love it. So now we have to take this one and take the lid off and turn it into a cabinet stand. And then figure out what the heck I'm doing with these. So now we know the one with a little hole goes on the inside and on the right. Okay, I am sweating. Cabinet stand's done, doors are swapped. That was probably the hardest thing I've done today. Not putting them together, swapping the doors. All because I tried to take the lazy way out and not actually take the lid off. If you're gonna swap the doors, take the lid completely off, make your life easier than I made mine. Okay, I keep going back to their messages to see what it is I'm working with. So this next part, all these pieces I have here are for the base for the cabinet stand, and it has wheels. So that's what we're doing next. I forgot that was part of what they were sending. So that's what we're looking at here. So we're gonna make the base and the wheels for the cabinet stand. Let's go. Okay, so step one, we are getting the wheels out, which I'm assuming are in this little bag right here. Wheels. And these are like heavy duty wheels. Well, that one's the furthest they've gotten so far. So they're not going all the way down. And I don't know if I should force them. So I was looking at their Instagram to figure out what it is I'm looking at because there's a lot of pieces here. And I noticed that they have such a variety of things they can do with their enclosures. So I think what I'm looking at here on my garage floor are all the pieces for the stand. And then of course I've got the cabinet done to go with the enclosure. The oil can also have just the enclosure. So I believe this is probably what I'm looking at here on the floor. And these are all numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. I think these are the corners and these are the centerpieces. So we're gonna roll with it and see what we can do. So they've added a bunch of videos to their YouTube on how to put things together. But one thing they don't have on YouTube yet is assembling a stand. So I think we're gonna end up winging it. In a last ditch effort to figure out what I'm doing, I went to their website and they have a photo of what we're going for, which explains everything. It's the enclosure with the cabinet and the stand. There's a picture of what mine will look like when it's all done. Oh, they're different squares. I got it. And we're gonna hammer. So I went through all that work, putting all the corner pieces on, just like we did for all the other enclosures, and then I remembered, wait, I have wheels. And it looks like the wheels go on without the corner pieces. So I had to take one off. I grabbed a plier to get a tighter fit on this because it does have to screw in all the way, so that the second screw can go through and attach to our corner poles. Now that I know what I'm doing, and I went back and watched the video for the wheels, we're moving and grooving again. So now I have to do all 4 corners. Okay, we've got the wheels on. Some of them are screwed on more than others, but it doesn't look uneven, so I think it's fine.
I'll be your camera boy. Look at, I have all the lights. See, look at how much better it looks. No light. Lots of light. What? crock pot.
So this is actually a perfect setup for my basement. As you guys know, we're turning the basement into my reptile room, and I have to put the enclosures up off the ground a little bit in case of any flooding, water, anything. So stand nicely raised up off the ground on wheels, because right now my issue with the basement is the spiders, the cobwebs. So this makes it really easy to move, to clean behind, but also if I have electrical stuff, move it to get to the electrical. I'm a big fan of wheels. Oh, and let's try out the key since I have the enclosure put together correctly. Okay, so it should go right in here, just like that. Bada bing, bada boom. Nice and simple. Doesn't obstruct your viewing at all. So before we end the video, I'm just gonna give a couple of thoughts and comments just initially. First comment was, I wish they made these cord holders in white. That way it matches the background and blends in and doesn't stand out. Now that I see it at a distance, it doesn't bother me quite as much because the screen is black and the handles are black and the corners are black. So it kind of just matches the black, like pops of black here and there. But I do think it would look good if it was white. The other issue I have is like strictly a white PVC issue, and that's that it gets dirty super easily. So you guys can probably see here that it's dirty, but it was dirty out of the box. So I'm gonna have to get some wet paper towel to see if I can wipe it off. There's definitely plenty of ventilation. The doors slide nice and easily, quick to put together. The stand took a while, but I blame that on there not being instructions for it yet. Keep in mind this is a newer company, so they are putting out how-to videos, and they have been just adding more and more things to improve their setups, add to their setups. So it all comes with time. I wish that there was a video, but I was able to figure out just from looking at pictures. I feel like it does bow on the bottom a tiny bit, but now that it's all together, it's definitely more secure. But I almost wish that we could put wheels on the two bottom sections so that it would give it some more support. But overall, it seems very sturdy. Yeah, I mean, that bottom, I'm pushing on it, and it is pretty secure. So overall, love these enclosures. Love that it came together so quick. Love that it's white. I've been dying for more companies to do white enclosures, and everyone keeps doing black. So love that Toxirium went ahead and made a white enclosure because nobody else is doing it. And it looks so good, so clean. Definitely love how it came out, and just overall beautiful. Love it. Love the convenience of literally everything about it. Make sure to go give them a like and a follow, because like I said, they are a newer company, but they are doing really well for a new company, especially their packaging. Because just a second, just look at how thick these boxes are. They are like thicker than my finger. And the packaging just like so protected. So when it came to the packaging, they really thought everything through. How can we keep all these pieces secure and safe? They did a really nice job with packaging. And I said that when I got the smaller enclosure too, that I had already tested out. So definitely would recommend. Go check them out. If you've used them before, let me know in the comments below. Special thank you to Toxirium for sending this whole setup to me. I can't wait to put it to use. And I love it. So thank you guys for watching as always. And once I figure out where I'm putting this and who for sure is going in it, we will do a setup video. So you will see this whole setup again when it comes time to set it up with an animal. Bye.